Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to yet another Crimes Against Cooking episode, but this time it's episode 1 of Sarah Slops. That's right, we are copying in a series of videos, copying Sarah's recipes that she has put out into the world, and we're going to see what they actually taste like in real life, because Sarah quite often says that they are the most amazing, most delicious things she's ever tasted in her entire life, and she's tasted, Chris, yeah, sorry, so sorry. So we are going to be trying today the very, very infamous lasagna baguette. So just as a reminder of how it goes, this is when Sarah did hers.
I think you might have actually stumbled upon a national treasure with these lasagna baguettes, my love.
I think I have. Just come to me.
Oh, are you getting Boston in yours as well?
Yeah, cream cheese in it.
Have I got Boston in mine?
Yeah. Do you not taste it?
No, I can't remember.
Guys,
so good as well, yeah.
Get yourself
so
a baguette. It's good. Butter with salt, like salted butter, like Lurpak or any other alternative. A little tiny boursin, or from a packet.
Garlic cheese, mate, all the way.
And then a lob of lasagna, and it's the messiest, but most delicious dinner. Ugliest looking thing.
It's really ugly looking, but it's like super satisfying. Like, check this, man. Oh yes.
Now, Sarah doesn't actually give instructions on how to make the lasagna, or if indeed she made the lasagna, or if it was just frozen. I don't know. But in my instructions now, my method, my tutorial here, I'm going to show you exactly how to make a lasagna, because that's important when making a lasagna baguette, because you need to know how to make everything that goes involved. So without further ado, let's go and have a look at what happened. And no snarking on this one. This is like an absolute delight to make lasagna every single time, right? It's my favorite dish of all time. So let's give this a go. Right, so for this delicatessen a la Sarah Ingham-esque styly lasagna con baguette, right? What we need for this is some mince, right? And we have here, it's lean turkey mince. I always use turkey, never have beef, and that. This is better for you, possibly, I don't know actually, right? Anyway, it's lean turkey mince, it's 500 grams, and we also need, now don't judge me, but we're having jarred sauce. I don't usually use jarred sauce for things in general, but for lasagna I do, because it's easier, and I don't really know how to do it without. I have done it without before, so that kind of nullifies what I just said. So you got the white and the red sauce. You also have your lasagna sheets, and to complement it all, we have the herbs type things, your oregano. We have mixed herbs to go with it, and to cap it all off, we have the beautiful. Put this in the shot here. There we go. It's a baguette, right? That looks nice, actually. Fresh today, so that should be good. Now, without further ado, let's go and try and cook this thing, because first up, we got to do the actual lasagna, which is not too tricky. I'm going to be honest. It's not like the hardest thing in the world. I've made a million of them in the past, so it's going to be quite, hopefully, straightforward. Just follow my tips and you won't go wrong, right? So first up, you get your pan, and then you put thingy in it, the oil. You spray oil. This is like, I really dislike this. I know people say it's better for you, but like by the time you put it all in, surely any better for you is kind of nullified, and it also smells like gas to me. So there There you go. Then go with this. Brown the mince. Don't do what Sarah does and boil it, because I will come over there and physically force you to fry the mince, right? To brown it, because anybody that boils their mince just needs a good slap. I don't condone violence, honestly, but with that, I'm very strong on that point. So you can see all the juices coming off, because this is like turkey mince, and turkey mince basically cooks in its own juices. So it's not actually fat that's coming off this, it's juices, right? So we're basically done now the browning of the mince, and what we do now is we want to put the red sauce in with the mince. So we grab the jar of red sauce, you know, or you might have made your own red sauce, so you can put that in as well. So what you do now is you pop it in like this. You do that like so, right? Now, what I'm going to do is, because I want a bit more sauce than they actually give me, to make it a little bit more saucy, a bit thinner, the sauce, and also there's some left in the jar like that, I'm going to top it up with a bit of water. And then put that in like that. Oop, not too much, because I don't want it to be too watery, but at the same time we do want it to be thinner, right? So we now mix it up like this, and hopefully it'll be, because I like, one of the best parts of lasagnas is the sauce to it. So if you have the red sauce intermingling with the white sauce, you know, that is delicious. So if we can we do the same if we can with the white sauce as well. So we've now got the red sauce all mixed in with the mince, and what we now do is we put a bit of the spices, the herbs, not really spices, some of the oregano, right? Oregano in like that. And some of the mixed herbs as well, and they can go in like that, right? And they make it more delicious than you ever thought possible, right? You can see it is looking lovely, right? At the moment, you can see it. Right. And whilst we're doing this, we pop the oven on to preheat. Put it on to around about 180-ish. I don't really know, 180, 200. Put 180. doesn't matter either way, because at the end of the day, this is all cooked, right? So when you put it in the oven, it's just heating it up and sort of melting the juices in to one another. So that's basically what's happening in there. Most of it's cooked except for the lasagna sheets, which I'll show you in a second what you do with that. Just waiting for the oven to heat up a bit and for the sauce here, the red sauce, to heat as well. No. Jesus. Right. No. Whew, Jesus. That was stressful, wasn't it? Stressful. That was stressful. I was just getting a dish for this and I nearly destroyed the entire place. That was great stuff, wasn't it? So let's make sure that this is all fine. We can turn it off now, actually, like that. Oh, careful. Move this back a bit here. We've got the dish. Okay, it's quite a large dish. That's the only issue with this one, is that I've only got two suitable dishes. One is a bit it's a bit wider, but not as deep. And the other one is deeper, but it's more round. So I go with this one for the purposes of this, because I like it to be a bit more square rather than round. Okay. It's your personal preference, right? You're probably better off with a slightly smaller dish than the one that I have, but here we go. This is what we're going to do, right? Now then, we grab the sauce, and we need basically to measure out half of the red sauce mixture, right? And that's the difficult bit, because you don't know what's red, what's half and what's not. I can't measure out half because I'm not. So you've got like the sauce there in the dish. You can see it's steaming up. Now you want like got some of the pasta sheets, and I want like half of the amount that I have. I can't really tell you how much pasta sheets you need, but right, we're putting these in now. You can do it two ways, right? You can either cook them, like boil them first up, right? Or you can do it without. You don't have to, because it cooks in here, right? That's what happens, right? So what we do now is we get the white sauce, which is this one. Also need a spoon for this exercise here, purpose of this exercise. So we pour this out now. Again, we're looking for around about half. I prefer to do less in the first half than the second half, because just in case I do too much, I prefer more on the top than not. So just sort of do this, like this, right? Get the sauce all covered. It needs to cover this, like this, right? And yep, so basically like that. Then you need to put the rest of the red sauce in on top of the white. That's where the intermingling comes, as I mentioned. It goes like that. That looks splendiferous. Doesn't it look good, right? Doesn't it look? I mean, I don't think you could get a nicer dish apart from bolognese. I don't think you could get a nicer dish than your lasagna, without a doubt, right? Pop that in the wash. Next up, we get the remaining of the thingies, the sheets, pasta sheets. We do that, right? Do that. Right. Whoa! The hardest bit is trying to cover the whole thing. So I'd rather the whole thing was covered, but because of the shape of the dish, it's nigh on impossible. So no. But here we go, we do our best, won't we? There we go. There we go. A little bit more there. Right. So what we do now is the rest of the white sauce, like this. Now do it like this, right? And you can see there's a bit more. I didn't quite put half last time because, as I said, I prefer to put more of it, leave most of it for the top. Just personal preference. Now then, we do have some left in the jar, so what we're going to do is going to fill a bit of water in it again. Shake it up. Now, I don't want to put too much on here because it's already not too bad. Just to put a bit on there like that, and then just do like that. Try and mix it up a bit. There you go. That is absolutely marvellous. It looks good, doesn't it look good, right? Now what we want to do is we want some cheese. This is where the SLOPS comes in. This is pre-grated, by the way, just easier that way, pre-grated, and it is half fat, mature, grated cheese. Asda, is it? Asda? No? Yeah, by Asda. Anyway, put cheese on the top like this. Lots and lots of cheese, because as much as we take the piss out of Sarah, right, I actually do love my cheese. I do, and I can't say anything else about that. Right, there you go. That's me being conservative, right? Because I don't want people to say, "Oh, Dougal's making all this cheese. He put so much cheese in this dishes, cheese." Right, I don't want that level of abuse. So what we do now is we pop it in the oven. Second, we pop it in the oven. There's the oven. Grab this, and we put it in there like that. Yep. And as you can see, possibly, can you see? Yep, it's in the oven there. Doesn't that look good? We put that in now for around about half an hour. Right, so it's about half an hour-ish, right? We're going to take this out of the oven now. So if we look here, you can see it there bubbling up very nicely indeed. Very nicely. So you take it out, you can see it there. It looks spiffing. It looks lovely, right? So we bring it out. One-handed, not too easy. Careful, careful. Oh dear. There we go. And what we do now is I'm going to leave it for a little bit just to set and things like that, and it'll taste lovely. Right, so we are about ready to go now. We have the lasagna, we also have the baguette. Now I've halved it because I think the full baguette's too big. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut the baguette. I'm not sure. Right, I don't know which way to cut it. Like across, so you split it, or like that. I think down the side. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it that way. Right. Like that. Yeah, so we're splitting it like that way, right? Okay. Now I've debated whether or not to butter the baguette, and I think in the spirit of Sarah Ingham's, we're going to butter it, right? So we've got much butter here. We're going to butter it like this, right? You know, some of you probably thinking, oh, that's way too much, way too much in terms of like fat and stuff like that. But you know, we are doing a Sarah slop exercise, so you know, it's not me that's making these decisions, right? Is it? It's a little bit more. You can never butter these properly, so let's just do a little bit more, and then we are good to go. Right, so there we go. All good. We are in order. Right, next up, what we need to do, we need like a I don't know how Sarah does this, right? So we're gonna, first up, we're going to just do that. But I think in order for it to fit inside the baguette, it needs to be more of a strip, doesn't it? Like this, right? Yeah, so kind of more of a strip. If that makes any sense. How big does it need to be? I don't know even that. Like, I don't know how they do this, honestly. So we're gonna make it kind of like this. And like that, like that. Now then, how do we do this? Right, we grab a, what we're going to do, just grab a fork, right? I'm going to put this on here so you can see it, right? And we're going to put a fork underneath, like that, or a knife rather, and then we put it in like that. Oh, that just absolutely looks, yeah. I can see it all coming together now. Grab a bit more of this here just to bung it inside. Oh my lord, this, I swear to you that I think Sarah is an actual genius on the side, right? I do think so, right? So we're now going to try it and see what it tastes like, right? You can hear me. You can't see me, unfortunately, because I'm not, you know, don't like that level of, yeah. Let's give it a go. Right, okay. Yeah, I get it. Not bad, I think, not bad. I'm going to finish the rest of this off camera now. So there you go, I hope you've learned a thing or two about how to make a lasagna baguette. Does it taste nice? What's my reviews on it? Sarah and her crew seem to think that it's the nicest thing since sliced bread, but do I feel the same? No, No, I don't. Absolutely not. I feel lasagna is like one of the nicest dishes, as I've already said many times, right? So I think putting it in a baguette is a bit of a waste, if I'm being honest with you. Just eat the thing on its own, you know, put a bit of side, like vegetables or whatever to it if you want. You know, don't put it in a baguette, right? That's my advice to you. But if you want to try it, give it a go, you know, just to see what it's like. But basically what you're looking at here is a little bit of carbs inside a little more bit of carbs, right? So now I'm not the healthiest person in the world, and you know, that sort of thing doesn't necessarily resonate with me, but if you're looking for a healthy meal, that is not it, trust me, right? Did it taste okay? It was okay, right? It wasn't terrible, it wasn't disgusting, but it was not as amazing as they made out. And the one thing that I would say is it's a very messy meal, right? Very messy, so have plenty of tissues to hand, right? Chris is used to that, obviously. Now, thank you all so much for joining me and learning a thing or two about how to cook Sarah slops. I have 1 or 2 more Sarah slops in mind to do, so please look out for those, and more crimes against cooking episodes, and look out for those too. I've also got, I promise, because I've been promising this for a little bit now, I promise I've got some actual true crime coming up. It's just taken a little bit of time to do my research and recording and stuff like that, so I will. Don't you worry about that. Until next time, please have a brilliant day. Give this video a massive thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment all of your thoughts about it down below, and subscribe to the channel if you're new for new, exciting and amazing recipes and true crime to go with it. Until next time, have a brilliant day, take care, and